Hi, this is just a quick video about how to sell on Amazon Japan. Basically, Amazon Japan is the same as any other marketplace. So if you sell on .com in the US or .co.uk or any other marketplace, then you'll be right at home selling on Amazon Japan. But I just want to walk through a general strategy that we use with quite a lot of clients and we use for our own products on Amazon Japan. And this, again, is applicable to any marketplace, but I just wanted to walk you through what we do in Japan. Maybe you can learn some tips for the marketplaces, or you can actually see if you do have a product you're selling maybe well in the UK or in America, then you might want to expand into Japan. This is a sort of simple launch strategy that we use. So first of all, your listing's got to be as good as possible, like it needs to be in any marketplace. Quite a lot of time people launch in Japan and they just get some Google Translate, or they get Amazon to translate their listings for them. But this is not recommended because Amazon themselves just use I don't know if they use Google Translate, but they use something similar. And quite often it's not great. When our Japanese editors read through some listings from clients that have been auto-translated by Amazon, they tell us it's terrible. Quite often it doesn't make sense, so we need to completely rewrite them. So that's my first recommendation: get a professional translation done, and also do the normal keyword research that you would do for any other marketplaces. There's some tools out there. I'm not going to talk about that here because this video isn't about that, but get your listing as perfect as possible. A+ content, beautiful images, annotated in Japanese. You don't want English text all over images, keyword rich, good title, all the rest of it. So when all that's done, the best place to start is just to set up some auto campaigns in sponsored products on Amazon. Set a moderate budget if you want, and a cost per click that's going to drive some traffic. You can start low, and if you're not getting impressions, you can increase over time, or you can just go high if you've got a good budget. But then what we normally do is we normally go kind of moderate, low to moderate, just at the start, just because we don't want to waste budget money at the start. Make sure Amazon recognizes what the product's about. And then what we do is after a certain amount of clicks or ad spend, we normally like $50 to $100 worth of ad spend. We normally export we've got some software we use, but if we're just using some other tools, we export a sponsored product report, advertising report, and we look at these auto campaigns and we identify search terms that have had a certain number of clicks, and depending on the price point of the product, it changes how many clicks we use. But normally about 10 or 20 clicks, we look at search terms that haven't had a sale, and then we make the decision about whether we want to add these as negative terms in these campaigns so we don't spend any more budget on them, or whether we leave them and give them more time. And what you could do is you could do this in Google Sheets or Excel, but obviously you've got everything in Japanese, and we've got a nifty little tool that we use to do this, and I'll just show you what we do now just so you can see how easy it is yourself.
Okay, so this is a very simple software we use. So we've just downloaded a sponsored products report, advertising report from Amazon for the 7th of September, the 28th of September. So we'll just go ahead and set the same dates in here, 7th to the 28th, and we're just going to find that Amazon search term report we've just downloaded. So it's here. So we just upload it. And what this goes and does is we've set the threshold to 10 clicks without a sale. So it's reading in that report, storing it in a database, and it's identifying the auto campaigns and finding the search terms that have had 10 clicks or more without a sale. So it's got progress bar, and there we go. So it's found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. They're all in Japanese because this is for an Amazon Japan account, but the cool thing here is we can change it to any language we want. So we want it in English. So here we go. So we've got these different terms here. So what we can do is we've set the threshold to 10 clicks without a sale. So you can see here anything that's had 10 or more clicks. But some of these terms might be really relevant. So this is actually a baby carrier, baby sling kind of thing. So newborn sling, that's actually really relevant. So that's 16 clicks. It's quite a high priced product. This is a really relevant term. I want to give this at least 20, maybe 30 clicks. So I don't want it to be added as a negative search term. So what happens now is if I click download, it's going to create a bulk upload file with all the negative search terms in it. But if you don't want a negative search term added to that bulk upload file, I remove it here. So I'm going to remove that newborn sling because I want to give that more clicks. That's a 32 clicks. That's had enough. That's not relevant. Hugging the strap, and you won't. Nope. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, I want to add these as negatives in my campaign. So I'm going to go and click download, and it's creating a download file. It goes, it's telling me where I want to save the download file. You can rename it anything you want. So I'll just say 7th to 28th September. Negative terms. It doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to save that bulk upload file. So now I just read this into the Amazon Japan account as a bulk upload file, and it's going to add those terms as negatives in the auto campaign. So it's as simple as that.
Okay, there you go. So you see we've identified some search terms, and the cool thing is we saw that they were in English, and we could create a file just to read back into Amazon, so it was dead easy to do. Of course, if you don't have this tool, software like this, you can just do it yourself manually. It's just a bit more work, especially if you've got lots of auto campaigns. If you've got several different products, several different auto campaigns, it can be a bit of work. So this is where a bit of software comes in useful. And there may be a link in the description that might link to this software. So check the description to see if there's something there for you to click on and link to. So after you've done that, then we normally start to roll out some manual campaigns. So again, we can either use keyword research to identify some manual campaigns. There's a brand analytics you can use. You can put in competitors' ASINs, competitors' products in there, look what search terms that they show up for, or you can put in common high volume search terms and you'll generate some more ideas that way. There are some other tools available, but again, this isn't about keyword research in this video. But once you've got your keywords, another way to get them is from the auto campaigns, and that's a really good way because that's real customer search term data. So you can analyze your auto campaigns, but this time instead of finding ones that haven't made sales, you find the ones that have made sales. You can use these in your manual campaigns. We normally set up a broad match manual campaign. We normally name these research campaigns because it's about generating more keyword ideas. So we set up these broad match campaigns with the search terms that have generated sales in the auto campaigns. We'll let these run for a bit. We set a higher cost per click. So say we set 40 yen for the auto campaigns. We'll set 50 yen for the broad match. So we're going to get more clicks through the broad match campaign for these keywords we're focusing on. And then we normally let the auto campaign and the broad match campaign run for a period of time, and then every time a search term generates 5 sales, it's a good indicator to us that it converts quite well for us. Whether it's profitable or not, that doesn't really matter. It's whether it's converting, people are clicking on it and buying. So if a keyword generated 5 sales, we normally move that into an exact match campaign, and then we can start to adjust the cost per clicks so we can hit certain targets, whether that's an ACoS value, or if you want to do go heavy on it and drive lots of sales to rank and move the organic ranks, we can do that in these exact match campaigns. That's kind of the flow of work we do. And also an extra one we do, and again, going back to the auto campaigns, that's why there's such a good campaign to start with. We start to generate competitor ASINs that we've been showing up for and making sales on. So again, we use the data from these auto campaigns, and we create 2 competitor targeting campaigns. So one is a sponsored products product targeting campaign, where we show up on the product listing pages, and then down below where it says sponsored products. And also we do a product display ad. We can run these now in Japan, which again, we use the ASINs that have generated sales from the auto campaigns, create these product display ads, and we can show up normally above the fold on competitors' listings, normally under the add to cart or buy now button. And these are quite good campaigns if you really want to go after some competitor targetings. And as well, if you want to go more aggressive, you can identify more competitors by looking at the Amazon search results in Japan, pulling out all the competitors, scraping the ASINs of all the competitors, and then creating campaigns around them. So that is a general flow of things. So we actually use a mixture of software to manage these kind of campaigns. There's not much out there really for Japan. If you're interested in learning more about the one I used earlier for the auto campaigns, optimizing auto campaigns, There will be a link probably in the description, so go ahead and click on that and you can learn more about it. Thanks.